Well, on the plus side, we got Mastercraft tools.
If they're still there.
Yeah, we got it out.
She has a crate of them.
Yeah. Yep. And I got these really nice food rations.
I swear to God.
How big are the crates with these things, Ren?
The crates are going to be about 2.5 feet square. Well, cube.
Okay, so we're going to have to basically hold them on our shoulders.
Somebody's going to be hauling them, yes.
Not me.
No, you got the scouts are not holding the crate as they scout.
Bear in mind, while you are carrying, you will be absorbing a temporary level of exhaustion, which would put you to 2 levels of exhaustion.
How much is the same?
I don't have any levels of exhaustion yet.
Then you would have a temporary 1 level. How much do they weigh? Several hundred pounds. They're going to be upwards of your maximum
my carrying
carry weight.
capacity is 420 pounds.
You would likely have a heavy load carrying the food one.
Would I be able to assist him with that?
If you guys want to rig a way for 2 of you to carry a crate,
like
then
a sled?
yes. A sled, yes.
I did get my rope back so we could try to tie something. Trying to slip.
We had to get it to where there's a handle on it to where we can have each aside with a rope handle.
Alright, so you're carrying it and he's helping and maybe sled. So roll craft sled.
Do you have anyone with woodworking?
I have smith tools.
You're working with wood here, not metal.
Is it among the tools that she got?
Do you have anyone with proficiency with woodworkers' tools?
No.
No, okay. So
I've got a big axe.
The tools she has are more gardening. They're not fine crafting implements. They're, hey, we need pickaxes, we need shovels, we need
shovels.
mattocks.
You say?
I thought you said they were
They're mastercraft mattocks, picks, shovels.
Okay.
We're not talking crafting tools.
No, we're not giving. You don't get another shovel. Like you wasted your shovel knowing you destroyed your shovel. No more shovel for you.
No, I do not accept this.
Okay.
Well, they're in steel crates at the moment.
Yeah.
So, knowing what's in them, you guys are wanting to craft a sled. You can go ahead and whoever wants to, with advantage, because you have the entire party helping, you may attempt a straight... Craft is typically intelligence or wisdom, so I'll let you take your pick. Intelligence or wisdom roll.
Can I do basically like a survival roll to try to take sticks and stuff and
go ahead. Yeah, we'll do survival. You're just putting together something that honestly wouldn't be too different than a blind. So go for it.
Okay. Do I still get advantage even though
yes,
I'm at 11?
because you still have the entire party assisting you.
Oh my god.
Technically, you get advantage from each person assisting, so one would interact with your...
Still better than that one.
All right.
That's 11 total.
All right. You're certain the sledge will hold.
I'm not rolling anymore this evening.
You're done with it?
Even with advantage, I'm getting like all single digits.
So we see that he's made...
He's made a sledge that it's of some quality.
Okay.
I'm still coughing up salt water every now and then.
That's also true.
Well, you already have a level of exhaustion, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So you can't carry it at all. If you have 2 levels of exhaustion, you're going to be suffering.
If 2 people are pulling it, then there will be no level of exhaustion given.
I mean,
so it is going to require 2 people.
This dude
which I will
can
help
deadlift
with.
over 800 pounds, so it seems like he should be able to carry stuff without too much of an issue.
Yeah.
It's carrying that heavy stuff for as long as we need it.
Functionally, going to 2nd level just means your speed would be halved while you're carrying it because you already are exhausted and carrying a heavy load.
It's either, I mean...
So I guess we put the foodstuffs on this thing. And
I'll give you you built it to carry 2 things. So you can put both crates on it, just kind of stacking them.
Alright.
Okay.
Sleds allow people to move things that would be much heavier than what you'd be able to move otherwise. So as long as 2 people are working it, you're good. Who's on sled duty? Alright. I guess that makes the two of you then on scout duty. So, it's
I don't think you want
about
to scouting right now.
2:30, 3 o'clock. He has about half day's worth of travel ahead of you.
Sorry. That wasn't nat 20. You just wasted it.
Yeah, I know, right?
You nat 1, you're nat 20.
He just accidentally rolls nat 20, so I'm just over here critical failing with
Some of
advantage.
us are unstruggling.
Pretty much.
You're two sides of the same coin.
Alright, so scouts, go ahead and roll me with advantage survival checks for travel.
Modified 20.
Alright.
17.
Still relatively fine. You make half day's travel. That's all good. After the travel, you set up camp.
I'm building a fire.
Alright, a fire is built.
Where are we making camp? Quick, we stop at.
Where do you guys want to stop? You want to camp on the trail? Do you want to find another alcove? You want to stay in the same alcove you stayed in last time? You're in the same area.
No, different alcove. Although, if there is an uphill area, I am setting up there for my watch.
Okay. Alright, Alright. You guys set up watches. Watches pass without incident. You guys have completed a short rest.
Okay, I'm gonna roll my die.
The next rest will complete a long rest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll my die.
I'm at 2 hit points now.
Yeah.
So
Plus your
Good job.
You have con mod.
I
You add
can.
your con mod to that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm at 4.
So if I
There you go.
used my hit die now for the short rest, would I get it back because we finished a long rest as well?
At the end of the next rest, you will regain a hit die, yes. So if you use your hit die now, this is your last chance to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm full health.
That sounds great.
With a 15.
Jeez.
All right.
Ooh, thank
Bless you.
Thank you.
Somebody's gonna keep the party alive.
I guess continue on.
It's
Yep,
not
you guys continue
five
on.
of us.
You guys get 6 days worth of journey. It puts you about 1 day out from your destination. You guys set up camp. Where do you want to be setting up camp?
Are we in the same kind of area?
The entire terrain's been same kind of area.
Okay.
Somewhere without mushrooms.
You've not seen mushrooms the entire time.
Same deal as we had before, I guess.
Okay.
Again, me setting up on the uphill area. So quietly.
Not anymore. All right. Watches. All right. Camp goes without incident. You guys have completed a long rest, by the way, because it was 6 days. And now,
Yeah.
on the 7th.
Colorful flags. Yeah.
Now,
And
does
there was
that
much
count
rejoicing.
as us going back to full health?
Yes.
Good.
As if it were a normal long rest. You regain your hit die, and we've actually now completed as well the 3rd week. It is now 5, 6, 7. It has been 8 weeks since you guys have begun your journey. You are now in your 2nd month of spring. Just FYI.
Okay.
Well then, I was asleep for most of that, apparently.
Just a long boat ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you guys have arrived back. The first person to see you and that you guys see is Sutu, who appears to be up in a tower. You see him just kind of looking around. When he sees you, you just see like a subtle goblin hop. And scampers down out of view, down his tower. You guys continue forward, approach the gate. The gate is open before you get there, and people come out to accept the crates. Various villagers of yours who have been put to task just kind of keeping up the area vicinity, stashing what supplies they can, as the keeper was expecting an expedition. They do have some supplies stockpiled, and they've worked on putting those together. Whatever they don't need, they're intending to go with you.
Okay.
Before
Just want to shovel.
all the food supplies that came from the ship,
Yes.
where everyone was turned to goop and there was magic fire.
Yep.
I want to do a ritual casting of purify food and drink on anything that came from there.
Yep, you had plenty enough time to do that. Also a good call. I just want to confirm you guys were keeping track of your rations and went through 14 rations.
Oh, I also have
Don't
that.
change your rations right now. We'll assume they gave you food, but from here on out, you need to be keeping track of food when you're out.
Okay.
I also have that wanderer feature for finding food and water for myself and 5 others each day if the land provides it.
Gotcha. The land does not provide it where you were traveling.
Okay.
But that is good to keep in mind. Yeah, because you guys could feed like 21 people just do-do-do-do-do.
Yep.
But the land did not provide it, as you guys never saw any small game the entire time you were traveling.
I thought you said there was a big, huge snake full of rabbits.
Oh yeah, no, there were plenty of trails where it looked like stuff was. You guys never saw any.
Oh,
What
okay.
about birds? I thought we saw a couple birds.
You guys saw some birds, seabirds and the like, not enough to feed 7 people.
There was no.
Even if you ate every bird you saw, you guys would have been like, dang, we should have ordered the 21 piece.
If only one of us was a Kenku.
Here, chicken, chicken, chicken.
Yeah, I only got 10 days rations.
Alright, well, they're going to have given you rations for your journey, so you don't need to change your ration count now. This is serving as a reminder for, in the
Okay.
future, make sure you track your food.
Okay.
Okay,
But,
we relay what we found, I guess.
yeah. Who are you? Well, you're talking to Sudo, because he's the one who's there.
Yeah.
Magical fires. Yes. We've seen this before, yes. Boats that somehow escape her wrath. We must have purged it before she did things and sent the mist on them.
What is the mist? Did it turn the...
Mist. We don't know. Otherworldly. Not her power. Is power from cults. He kind of hovers on that word as if he wasn't quite sure what he was supposed to say, but then determined that this was at least not inaccurate to say.
There's like another group called cults here.
In times of settlements, speak with Arkoth on it, yes. Arkoth knows. Arkoth was here when founded.
Okay. I guess I'll go speak to Arkoth about it.
Yes,
Thank
yes. You see him just kind of eye the food greedily before stealing himself back and going, alright, back to work.
I was actually going to ask Zudu if I could get a replacement shovel from the crate we brought in.
What you do with shovel?
There was this weird mushroom that got attached to it and it wouldn't get off it, and it was poisonous, so I threw it away.
Think not of cleaning shovel?
It was a spur of the moment kind of thing.
Can he be trusted with shovel?
No.
You don't get shovel!
Unanimously, no. The party and table has spoken. Shovels banned from your inventory.
Alright, so
I'll
he...
get one eventually. That'll be my quest.
Arkoth, back at Rune. You go talk with him.
Alright. Over there.
You guys get there, and Arkoth's carriers appear to not be present, though Arkoth's coffin appears to be floating about 3 feet off the rune and giving off a bright light.
Alright,
It as you guys are approaching, it's rotating at about this kind of speed, decently fast. As you guys approach, it slows down and ends with it facing you guys.
okay.
A screech in your head says, "Welcome back."
Thank you, Orkoth. Good to see you. Kinda. I relay a little bit that we encountered at the ship and the weird fungus things and stuff at the top of the mountain.
Russet mold. Vegapygmies. Did you find them?
Didn't find the pygmies. Kind of saw them, but they couldn't quite catch up to them.
They live in the area. Herd the local wildlife. Likely they were disturbed by your intrusion and used the mold as a weapon.
Okay.
Ship. Mage fire. Yes. She has that now. Previously, only various cultists and shadowy organizations around. They're previously not affiliated with her. Interesting.
Yes, Orlo mentioned it was
Suitor? Or Sudu?
Sudu.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sudu mentioned some cultists. What can you tell me about them? Or us about them?
Multiple religions sprung up after setting up settlements. Cult of the Kraken. Cult of Coming Darkness.
Kraken. Cult of Coming Darkness.
Other shadowy organization believed behind it. Never had time to investigate.
How do we get rid of it?
The magic fire? It burns itself out. In all likelihood, ship exploded.
Yeah.
Oh, it did. Quite
We
impressive.
saved some supplies, but
So you're telling me there is no way to stop it once it's started?
Once it is started, can be counterspelled, dispelled. Typical magical fixes. Shouldn't touch it or get it near water.
yeah, it wasn't.
Water accelerates it.
It sure does.
I was guessing when I said it was magic fire, but I thought, hang on, that's actually what I thought it might be because water increased, and I was just like, oh, nope. All right. I guess what would he suggest now that we've captured supplies? I guess we try and make our way toward that.
It is time for you to be on way. What we can do. We will dispatch one of our number with you. They will act as a escort and protector of your civilians, while you guys go in vanguard to claim your site.
Okay.
It will take all of our energy and protection. I myself am Divine Caster. However, once away from Runestone, my power will dwindle. Etha, Spellcaster Mage, Elf. Very, very good with protective spells. Abjuration. Dips into divination. Sutu. Good with his blade. Good for his word.
I'll probably take Etha, just because abjuration just nope to everything. So
Yeah, that's what abjuration is. Understood.
School of Nope.
I like abjuration wizards. Chad is yelling, "Don't trust the elf." I just felt that needed to be said.
It's hilarious. It was almost like they read my mind.
Then again, we are a dwarf-themed
Coffindor.
stream, so
The
I'll
goblin.
keep that in mind.
the goblin or the elf.
Well, my character himself doesn't like magic. So, yeah.
Yes, he is
I'm-
Coffindorf.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll go with the elf. At least that way, I won't be surprised if she backstabs us.
Hey, I'm an elf.
Yeah.
You're an Eladrin. They're kind of different. You're more sparkly and prone toward parties of questionable morals.
You assume I don't think you're going to backstab us. I believe you are going to backstab us
But not with a shovel.
with
Well,
one less
maybe.
weapon than you would normally.
So what you're saying is I won't be able to bear dead bodies.
You have your hands, but no, he's an elf. He won't use his
If you need to
hands.
bend something, let me know.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. I guess
appreciate
we'll prep enough rations for us to get to the location,
This guy.
and maybe an extra 2 days worth or something.
Your guys' journey is going to be across rough terrain following one of the old roads that would have existed during the time of the first colony. That's gonna run you, he estimates it taking probably close to a month to get out there.
Is there
What's
any
the
other
land
way to
like?
get there?
What?
Is there any other way to get there?
You have a boat?
Do we? Do our
No.
ship make it?
Nope. It's not seaworthy. It'll need to be repaired.
Mm.
And by repaired, I mean extensive repairs, like use the wood to build a new boat.
We haven't decided which location we're going to yet, right?
Sorry,
It was pretty unanimous.
I gave you the location to the mountain. It is an additional month to get to the coastal one, as you will be walking by the mountain to get there.
Well, we can at least check that one out. And if it's a no-go, then
Well, the problem with the northern one was that it was literally in the doorstep of the sea lady. She who swims.
The fish.
I don't know if she's
no,
talking
that's right there.
Hello, fish here.
about.
Your fish.
So,
That's the fish.
and
Little bit
we
different.
found out that the mountain, yeah, it doesn't have any like straight up farmland, but it's got underground like mushroom things that we could plant some food in.
And the
So it'll at least work, and it's more defensible, and it has a mine.
and it has. Do I remember correctly that it has the mountain site? Site 1 has a double rune.
It has the double rune, which is
Better
all
knowledge,
runes.
that's a better thing.
Yeah, all runes that have existed up until this point are single level runes. The double level rune is unique to the continent and the islands.
Do they know anything about the double, like what it does? or
They
anything?
know that what they had deciphered during the time they were there is that it is known as the third of the world anchors.
Okay.
They don't know what that means, but they know that's what it's called because it's written on it.
So I would rather us capture that than
Mhm.
potentially someone else.
Yeah. You said it was about a month travel there?
Yep.
What is-
With you traveling with the group, they have enough food to give you guys for that trek.
Alright.
What does anyone know what the land is like on the way? Is there
You guys will be going
plant
through
life, animal life on the way?
yes.
Okay.
You guys will be going through fields and a little bit of forest.
Okay.
Sweet.
I would also like to, if I'm able to keep an eye out for any plants that could be potentially used to make healing potions.
Okay. So you guys begin your journey. The journey is 4 weeks worth of time, 4 weeks to a month, just so we know.
And you said they will be providing us with the rations, so
Foods and rations are there, yep.
right. So
And they're
should we-
including you guys hunting on the way with that.
Okay.
If we can gather any food in addition to that, I'd rather go with what we can.
You guys will
get
not
on
be
the way
gaining
and
a
save rations back. if
yeah.
possible.
You guys will be eating fresh food and then relying on rations as needed.
Yeah.
But
I don't want to burn through those and then get.
I
in
mean,
trouble
even
later.
if the land provides it, we can do what, 15? Just for the group.
Yeah.
I want a group survival check now for travel. Outlander's advantage.
That's a 3.
17 and 18.
Do you have a recycle bin? I can
18.
put this in?
Collect
Just under the second
19.
side of the trash can, or just under there somewhere.
2 in the corner.
18. 19.
All right, so you guys make decent time. You've got a cover for party members who aren't as used to. Let's just trek through the forest. But there is kind of an old road you're following. I mean, it's easy to see when you're there, but otherwise would be indecipherable from trees that have grown up through it through all of the time. What is 350 years since the road has been used? So modern times, we're then looking at the roads that were built in the 1700s.
Yeah.
It's been some time.
Are there any plants that I recognize?
So now I
This
want you
trek?
to go ahead and give me a nature check. And this will be your travel action. Anyone else can have a travel action if they have something they want to be doing during the travel.
12.
12? Go ahead and roll me 4d4.
I'm gonna be working with finding natural resources along the way.
Okay.
Like, see, like, oh, that might be a good spot to set up a mine or something like that.
So you guys end up paralleling a river as you're going up, By and large, everything around you would be farmland, village land.
Okay.
No real set, hey, this would be great for natural... I mean, cash crops could be grown, but what was the total? 10? You have enough plants that we're going to just straight up convert those into healing salves. Each salve does 1d4 plus 1, and you have 10 of those.
Nice. 1d4, what was?
1d4 plus 1 each, times 10.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. I'm gonna try to be generous with healing stuff because of the nature of the campaign.
I can be helping make kind of like a temporary map.
Okay, mapping the ground as you go. All right. Remaining 4.
And he's looking out for food.
All right.
And all that.
So you're doing hunting. Assuming Rexar is doing similar. Outlander working. For
I'm going to
food.
be doing the opposite. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for big game, like monster game.
Okay.
Not attacking it, just keeping an eye out for what's in the area.
So identify and not
Yeah.
hunt.
If I would have to say, it would be more survival, looking at tracks, trying to gauge size-wise.
Yeah. What you're able to determine is there are various large herbivores based on what you're able to find as you're going through with trails. They all appear to have given you guys a large berth as a large group of moving people makes a certain amount of noise. You guys are also not really ever approached by large predators. But as you guys have been moving, it's almost like there's been a magical halo around you. As the entire time Etha has been going, she has a runic ring with that she wears. And her power seems to stem from that.
Alright.
I would, just because of my character, I would actually be more looking towards predators than herbivores. to be
Gotcha.
honest.
The bulk of large things you're seeing are herbivores. You don't really see a whole lot of signs of predators.
Okay.
How many people do we have with this group?
There
I can't
are
remember.
100 people accompanying you guys.
Okay.
Oh.
The survivors
It's all
of your
spices.
ship.
Yeah.
That's it.
101.
Your NPCs count toward that 100. So this is we're going to take a quick break here just to kind of explain this. So the way I'm handling Kingmaker is I'm handling it as a pop system. A pop, or population unit, is either going to be of a race or mixed. You guys have a mixed race pop. It has no advantages, no disadvantages. One pop, 100 people. It does one job. So if you want them working on a smithy, it's assumed they've got like taverns to support the people who are working in the smithy. They've got various civilians who are buying. And then any number of people can come and go out of that 100 group without it, because we're not actually keeping track of you have exactly 100. It's 100 more or less. So it's loose without us having to keep track of everything.
Okay. Good to know.
However, after your travel, well, actually, we still have 2 people on travel actions.
I would just be looking for like edible plants or anything like that.
All right, go ahead
It's my
and
shovel.
give me a.
Or my shovel.
Just a random discarded shovel.
Go ahead and give me a nature roll.
Nature, that is. Oh, that's bad. That's a 5.
5. I mean, they're edible in the sense that they don't kill you when you eat them,
Immediately.
but they taste pretty terrible. And some of them have some weird effects where they leave you just like leave some green foam at the mouth. That's what clover
Sounds like
does.
A good time.
Eat a bunch of clover. That's what happens. The more
Try
you
that
know.
one day.
You have to try. No, you really don't. You really don't. All right. So, and then Gojira.
Guys, I'm doing the same thing, just trying to find anything out of it.
All right, nature check.
And that too. That was it.
You're pretty sure you got yourself sick a couple times. Like, you're not sure what caused the sickness. Everyone else was pretty sure it was that plant. You were like, guys, this tastes great.
That'll do it.
Then later that night, my stomach is trying to rip itself out.
I mean, all berries are edible, right?
Especially smooth
Get
ones.
yourself some
The smooth
cactus
ones are the
juice.
best.
It's the crunchiest.
Alright, so. You guys are you've also always been able to see, just because you guys are moving west. As you guys have been moving west a tad north, you've always been able to see kind of to the south a mountain range in the distance. That's the range that goes between you
And the giants.
and the giants. Your trip eventually brings you to the foot of the mountain, and the mountain road looks surprisingly well maintained. Almost as well, there's not a whole lot of plants that growing on the side of the mountain, but it'd be almost like there was some residual magic in the area that prevented it from falling into disrepair.
Ask Etha about it.
At this, she looks at it. She's only been here once when Arkoth attempted to lead the third group to reclaim it. They stayed here for a little bit. She remarks that it's in a little bit less of disrepair, but back in the time, the wizards who were here used heavy abjuration magics to reinforce the stone. She does say she does remember there are runes embedded into the stone. Do not attempt to shift through the stone. They will shred you.
Okay. What made them fail on the third attempt?
We held it for a time. Ultimately, too many bad events. We had to pull off. Just a plague here, a crop die out there. Ultimately decided to try to put together a ship to head back. She is the last of her organization, of her voyage to have survived.
Okay. I guess continue on.
At this point, she indicates you guys should go forward here, as she will be staying as a vanguard. She doesn't want to march the whole groups of the people up into the unknown.
Okay. Let's go.
It's a solid half day's climb up the mountain.
I'll scout ahead.
All right, 2 people on point. There's 1. Somebody else roll with advantage. If you're an outlander, or just roll. All right.
22.
22 and
Perception, right?
yep.
Survival.
No survival.
Oh,
5. All right. You're able to keep on the road most of the time. As you guys start wandering up the road,
I found it in whiskey styles.
you kind of get the feeling that something's just not right. You're not able to pin it, but why does the road not have plants in it? And then on your further notice, you can see where there's stems that have been cut that would have grown up through the road.
They like the clean cut? Or they
Snip,
been-
snip. You can also kind of see that as you're getting up, there's not a lot of loose wood or loose brush about. Your knowledge, you would know this for it had kind of been apparently collected and to be used as firewood or fuel. The area is maintained. You had a 22 though for your survival, right?
Yeah, I was
You're
gonna
also
ask
to
about
see that there are-
footprints and such.
You can't identify the tracks, but there are tracks of small creatures utilizing the road, and areas in the brush around a trail will come on and then follow the road.
Small as far as like
Size.
small humanoid type size, or small like rabbit small.
Mix.
Okay.
2-legged and 4-legged creatures.
So I gotta get up at like 5 a.m. in the morning. So
Oh,
I'm
you gonna head out? Alright.
See you guys. I'm sorry.
Take care.
But I'll be here for the full game next week, and
Yep.
that's how it's gonna have to be for the every other week type
Is
thing.
what it is.
Okay.
No, it's the way of EMS.
Yep.
So
Pleasure having you.
Thank
Rex is back with Etha providing security.
Okay.
hey guys.
See ya.
I'm also going to be heading out in about 30 minutes.
In about 30 minutes? We'll aim to wrap up in 30 minutes then.
Okay. So I think it's pygmies. The pygmy people that we encountered earlier that hated us, we know supposedly herd small animals.
You mean the owlbears?
Yes, the owl bears.
Yes, the
Owl
small
bears.
owlbears.
Oh, that explains the small. They weren't baby. They were pygmy owlbears.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
I kind of turn when they're not paying attention.
It's not.
Just
Most
keep
intelligent
on,
guy.
keep on. I am going to keep an eye out, and if I can, fan a little out from the road.
Okay.
Just kind of stay away from us after that comment.
As
Sure,
you
that's what I'm doing.
as you guys start getting up, you get to the gate of the fortress, we'll call it. There's
I'm
no
probably short of
gate.
the fortress.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna call you about 100 feet out.
Alright.
You see that there is a gate, almost like a small hedge that's been made where the gate would have been. The hedge goes up about 3.5 feet.
Is there a spot I can get elevation into?
So you're up near the top. This mountain doesn't appear to have been going to a point. This is the top. The fortress is the top of the mountain.
Okay. Anything we can observe from out here? Or?
Out here, you see the hedge. I'll take perceptions all.
And it's just the opening where the gate would
Nat
have been.
20.
Nat 20?
The opening where the gate would have been, and then just like
15.
somebody just grew a hedge across it to
Yep.
seal it, kind of.
Yep.
Looks like.
7.
The nat 20, you can see, well, if you have 15s plus,
I can see the world.
you can see some movement in the hedge. 20 plus, you see a couple of pygmies just kind of. They're fairly well hidden, but
There are a couple pygmies hidden over there
they're in the hedge.
inside the
Are
hedge.
they looking at us and kind of picking
Yes,
up?
like what's
I'll say
what's-
hello in Sylvan.
Those aren't owl bears.
I don't know. They speak
I'm
Sylvan.
gonna regret this, but you don't know that they could be magical owlbears bears that disguise themselves.
Perhaps even owl
Allow me to
bears
note this
that,
down.
that can wild shape.
There is no response to your
Okay.
call out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, they're between us and the keepers to get. Do we kill them?
That would probably be a bad idea.
They're just hanging around.
Because they do also herd the animals, so
They're
They did try
keeping
and
the
attack
road clear.
us.
and failed.
Might not be this particular tribe, but they did throw rust things at us.
They didn't, probably. It's a long way
Maybe
away.
we don't know. I don't know how far the range is.
Okay.
I don't think they could have thrown it at us from hundreds
So
of
who's going
miles
to
away.
talk to them in a language they might be able to understand? Because I do not know pygmy.
I said hello in Sylvan. I don't know what
I'll
else
call
they
out
would
to
have-
them in Elvish. Hey, what languages do you guys speak?
Means so.
There is no response.
So who wants to bite the bullet and walk forward?
The hedge rustles. That's about it.
I'll wave to them. See if they respond to that. And look directly at them.
No response.
Do you speak common?
No response.
Or
I
do you
switched to
speak
Dwarven.
Dwarvish?
How about Dwarven?
we just started yelling.
I got anything? I got
A
anything?
cacophony of languages goes up as you try all of the languages available to your party. There is no response.
Ah, damn it.
I don't say anything.
Alright.
I have-
They're
I
all
can-
that.
I
do
continue
not
on.
try and communicate.
I also have.
Mhm.
I don't remember the specifics of it off the top of my head, but I do have the speech of Beast and Leaf.
Okay.
I'm not sure because I can communicate with plants. I don't know how far that extends. So if that were to work, they can understand me pretty much whatever language I'm using.
Fire torch.
Light the hedge on fire, please.
I don't think that's the best way to go.
Have you responded to any of your attempts to talk to him?
I'll take the
There
torch
may
and
just
at
be
least
ignoring us.
walk slowly.
I wouldn't say that means to kill them.
All right.
Alright.
You start slowly walking up the road, just quarter pace as you're just like walking toward it. You get up 50 feet, you're fine.
They transform into an owl bear.
40 feet, also fine.
Bardic inspiration on him.
30 feet, and 2 rocks sling in your direction.
Yeah.
And now that we have gone, we've been attacked.
What's your AC?
14.
One of the rocks connects. Does 6 points of
You
damage.
weren't doing anything.
Straight
I was
into the
trying.
head.
Yeah, you're trying. Just
Yeah.
fail, man. You can't negotiate out with you every time.
Say hello. Attack.
Hello. Hello. In 8 different languages, hello. Okay.
What do you
So-
want to do? You're 30 feet out, and a rock just hit you in the forehead.
Look offended.
Told you.
I'm gonna back away a little faster than I walked there.
Okay. You get up to a normal pace, you just kind of back away. 2 rocks kind of follow you as you go. One hits. The other misses. They're rolling with disadvantage at this point. 4 points of damage.
Oh.
That's me.
I'm okay. They knocked down one of our party members. Can we attack them now?
Yes.
You're down.
Yeah.
They throw a mushroom
Okay.
at you.
I am going to. Is there a way to get up to the gate without having the hedge being over an Overwatch?
Oh yeah, you could try to get up along one of the walls, and
I'll do
if
that.
they were up on a wall, they'd see you, but you've seen no effort for them to actually use the walls.
Yeah, I've assumed that whatever steps lead up to the wall, they're too short to reach. And
Yeah.
that is what my opinion. I will do that. And get up along the
All
wall.
right. So he's beginning to loop up to get alongside the wall.
Dan, do I have any general knowledge of the veggie pygmies?
They
as a
are
character?
not. No, they would be a myth
Okay.
for the continents, but they had been extinct there for a long period of time. Death saving throw.
I forgot how those work.
Just
Yeah.
straight die roll, 10
10.
plus.
Yeah, if it's lower than 10, you fail. If it's higher than 10, you succeed.
What if it's exactly 10?
And you're good.
It's one
You do
success.
have the healing salve.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 3 failures, you die. You get 2 successes, you live.
All right. What are the remaining 3 of you doing?
I'll start walking up to where he's at.
All right. I mean, he's
I don't know how
They
far
throw
it is.
rocks really hard, man. I don't know if you know that.
he's about 45 feet away, 50 feet away. No rocks are approaching you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm walking up to him.
Yep.
I'll try to use the healing salve.
All right. Go ahead and roll it, and then gain that in hit points. The other 2 of you.
4.
I'm amused. I will watch. If things get bad, I will interfere.
All right.
Pro tip: plants don't like flat fire.
The druid giving his druidic wisdom.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I'll watch too.
All right.
Just get some,
You've been given time. You've
off
snuck
the-
around the wall. The hedge is kind of just around the corner from you.
Am I within 5 feet?
You can be if you step out. You will have to step into because you've got to walk into the gate to get to the hedge behind.
Okay. How far in is the hedge?
About 5 feet.
Okay. I'll go ahead, step out,
Okay.
thunderclap.
All right. What's that do?
Each
Damage.
creature other than you within 5 feet of me must make a Constitution saving throw. DC 13. On a failed save, the creature takes 1d6 thunder damage.
Roll 1d6.
2.
You hear the sound that an angry plant makes as it wobbles back and forth. 2
And
rocks
Could you
fly in your
exemplify
direction.
that? I'm not quite sure what that sounds like.
There you go. That is exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Both rocks just wildly miss you.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alright. You guys have seen him kind of approach you here, like crack from the gate, and then you see rocks just into the air. The remaining four of you? Anything?
I'll start heading towards the gate.
You start heading up toward the gate.
And I'll also take the dodge action.
Alright, so you're 60 feet. You close to 30 feet, and you're dodging. Alright. Remaining three of you.
I'm gonna put down the torch and go for it.
Alright, torch is on the road. You're 30 feet forward. Well, you were at 45. How close do you want to be? You can be up to 15 with the normal move.
I'll go as far as I can.
Alright, you're 15 feet, so 10 feet behind him. Alright. Two remaining individuals. Two in the back. Sprout and
Oh, my back.
Galen.
To another action.
I already did my action.
What'd you do?
I moved and took the dodge action.
Oh, that's right. So just Sprout then.
I'll move up to within 30 feet of the hedge.
Okay.
And,
So you take 15 feet forward.
and I'll try to use mold earth just to take the middle 5 feet of
Okay.
it and move it out. Because the plants and everything will kind of go with it. Like not necessarily
You're not
the
going to be able to
but-
move it into the road.
Okay, or just move it out to break that hedge.
You're able to break up the middle 5 feet of the hedge using your mold earth cantrip.
That's why I'm just kind of making
Yep.
a little pathway.
So there's 5 feet to the left, 5 feet of hedge to the right.
The
5
gate
feet-
itself is 25 feet across.
Okay.
So I'm just kind of nudging.
He's
things
knocked
back a
out
little
5 feet, so it's 10 feet, 5 foot gap, 10 feet.
Okay.
So,
bit.
what were you doing?
I'm still watching.
Still watching. The cat observes.
Just like a real one.
It's fairly part. Who do the rocks hate the most? The one that thunderclaps them. That's a good point. AC,
14.
one rock finds its mark. 4 points of damage.
Okay. Screw these guys. Let's see. I am going to. Was it my turn now?
Yes, it's party initiative. I don't have a center
I'm going to
initiative.
move to the center gap now, so
Okay.
I'm in range of everything, and then I'm going to use Earth Tremor.
Okay. What's that
spell.
do?
Self 10-foot radius
Okay.
around me causes a tremor on the ground within range. Each creature other than you in the area must make a dexterity saving throw. Failed save, a creature takes 1d6 bludgeoning damage as knocked prone.
All right.
If the ground in that area is loose earth or stone, it becomes difficult terrain until cleared. Oh yeah, that's really it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage.
1.
1. Okay.
But they're all knocked prone. Helpful as it fails.
One of the Vegapygmies, you see it just kind of get chucked out of the hedge as it falls prone.
Okay,
It looks barely wounded.
that's okay. And I'll use the rest of my movement. Can I use
Yeah.
movement left
Yep.
to get around the corner?
Okay, you're around the corner. Remainder of the party initiative. 4 of you.
I'll move up the 30 feet. How close will I be to the pygmies?
You are standing. There's a pygmy to your left. It is on the ground.
How big are they, by the way?
Small. So 2 feet, 2.5 feet tops.
Kobold size.
I would like to pick it up and just grapple it.
So it's a
Aw.
grappling check. Go ahead and roll me in athletics.
Oh, that's not bad. Athletics, it's minus 15.
All right. You have grabbed and restrained a Vegapygmy.
I got a friend.
Friend that will probably currently try and stab you at some point.
With what? A sharp rock?
All right.
Yeah, it was very
There's-
effective earlier.
There's
Well, they can't grab a rock off the ground now.
there's
My arms.
3 of you. What are you doing, John?
Still kind of watching.
Fish observes. Catfish observes.
I'm
Got
going
you a
to
snack.
move 15 and punch the one he is not holding.
All right, so go ahead and roll. There's one. You're kind of like punching into the hedge to try to get the one that's in there. Just roll a normal attack.
12.
Misses. And Sprout.
I'm just gonna watch.
All right. They're up. The Vegapygmy you are holding, you kind of just, it rustles agitatedly. And you see the equivalent, it's also small, so maybe a foot long and 1.5 feet high. Some weird plant beast just come running up towards you, and it attempts to latch onto your ankle.
Can I drop the pygmy as
On your turn. What's your AC?
14.
Hits.
Wow.
3 points of damage. As it feels like it's plants, but it feels like thorns have been curled into its jaw, and it has spines coming up from its body.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me an athletics check as the which
Now,
Vegapygmy
is
is
this
attempting to
thing,
escape.
did it come out of the pygmy or from the bush?
It came from further in the fortress.
15.
You hold on. It squirms, but you don't get it down, or you don't. It does not release itself. Vegapygmy is attempting to stab the hand that tried to hit it. Misses. All right. Party initiative.
Step within 5.
Okay.
5 feet. Thunderclap.
All right. You get to choose targets.
It's in 5 feet of me.
Everyone within 5 feet of you.
Yep.
In order to hit the Vegapygmies, you will hit both of your allies, because both are engaged with Vegapygmies.
Okay,
one
can
of them is literally holding
Alright,
it.
instead, then, can prestidigitation catch a bit of the hedge on fire?
Sure. All right. Little corner of the hedge is now lit on fire.
Alright. And first my movement back around the corner.
All right. You jump back around the corner. Boop! You're on fire now. All right. Remainder of the party
That small plant-like thing.
that you are holding, or the one that's attached to your ankle.
One that's attached to my ankle.
All right.
Can I try to like kick it off?
Yep. Well, it's not grappling. You can just roll an attack, unarmed
Okay.
attack, if you're wanting to do that.
What I find funny is you aren't taking it seriously. You're close to dying.
Or you know what? I'm gonna take the pygmy and attempt to smack the.
All right.
Go
ahead and-
new aggression.
Roll an attack roll with an improvised weapon.
I've never used an improvised weapon before, so I don't know.
We're
how
gonna call it
works.
1d4 plus strength, but it does damage to both the weapon and the target.
Can I add my dex?
No.
I want to.
I'm gonna use strength purely on it.
Okay.
I want to beat the game proficiency 2 and the use
2
of
to hit.
Vegapygmies as.
No, but go ahead and roll me a d4 damage anyway, as you're literally missing and beating the Vegapygmy into the ground.
That is
little
3 on the
pygmy.
die. I have a
3 on the
-1
die,
to
minus
strength,
1, so you do
though,
2
so
damage.
2.
Yeah.
So you take it, you try to hit the thing on your ankle, you miss, so it just hits the floor of the castle.
Is
Or
he still
fortress.
considered grappled?
Yeah, he's still grappled. You beat him by more than 10 when he tried ungrappling himself. Alright, remainder of the party.
I roll my eyes and cock my hand crossbow. And
So if I
shoot at
hit
one.
the plant dog thing,
Alright.
Not the one he's
I do
holding,
damage
Then
to
the
both,
one in
right?
the hedge.
Yep.
Roll to hit.
That's 18 on the die.
Hits.
That
Wait,
is
we're on
8
mountain,
damage.
Right? I can just
8
throw
damage.
it.
Alright.
Well, it's not like sheer cliff.
Okay.
Continue party. We've got Gojira and Sprout left. What'd you do in Gojira?
How close am I to the little guy that
The one he's holding?
he threw?
Oh, he's still holding it. He was using it as a weapon.
Or like the one he was trying to hit.
Oh, you're 5 feet. You will if you attempt to go that, you'll proc an attack of opportunity from the one in the hedge that's engaging you.
Okay. Well, then I'll just keep attacking.
All right.
$15.
Hits.
$4.
A move and the Vegapygmy's body just snaps like a twig.
Literally.
It is a plant. It is a sentient plant. Well, semi-sentient plant, but it is a plant. All right. And Sprout.
I'm still just watching.
Okay. The thing that's on the roll me an athletics check as it's trying to break out again. 14.
14.
You hold. On ties, I give it to player, so. It wants out. Like, it almost slipped out of your grasp when you tried to use it as a bashing weapon, but you're like, nope, you're my weapon. And Fido the plant trap is going to try to bite you again. What's your AC?
14.
Hits. 7 damage.
Jeez.
I'm at 0.
You're stable, but Fido has bit your leg. Kind of you stumble. Fido bites you. You stumble again, and then Fido just tackles your neck, pins you to the ground. The Vegapygmy is on the ground prone. Roll me a die, odd or even. Odd, it's underneath you.
Odd.
Roll a d4 of damage.
4.
Twig snap.
Hey, you killed one.
Well,
Unconscious.
All right. Party go.
Alright, so there's the area of the hedge that's on fire.
Yes, the fire is now engulfed 5 feet of the 10-foot section of the hedge.
And there's the 5 feet next to it, which I'm guessing he's the one engaged with that.
That one is dead. The hedge is currently clear of Vegapygmies.
The entire hedge?
Yes, there were 2, one on each side.
Alright, I'm going to run up and attempt to attack Fido with my rapier.
All right, go
I
ahead.
want to roll animal handling.
Won't work. It's a plant.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's what's killing me on this.
Survival handling.
Modified 20.
Hits.
What would you roll? Survival.
4 damage.
All right.
And then out of the bonus action, I will inspire Gojira.
All right.
I think you have 2 actually.
Well, you can't.
Or,
Have one
yeah,
more.
so you still have 1, and then I just wasted it. Oh
Well, no, you didn't because the last time he had. Well, oh no, you inspired him with the torch.
well.
Forgot. Yeah, so you still have one.
Okay. Well, I didn't know he still had one, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I used it.
Yep.
Use it on your next attack.
All right. So currently it's just Fido that's alive here because you fell on one. The other one got snapped. So. We still have you guys down there at the end. Well, you're already down.
Jenna has
I was
yet to
hoping
go.
that Etha could communicate with it or something.
Gojira has yet to go.
Yep, Gojira, go ahead and go.
Can I use the inspiration on my damage roll?
No.
Just
Attack
a-
roll, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna go attack the little dog thing.
All right. Go ahead and roll up an attack on Fido.
I guess I'll use the inspiration.
Yep.
It's D6.
It's gonna be well above 20.
All right, hits.
Six.
All right, take 6 damage. It takes 6. Take 3 points of damage. The closest analogy to what you just did was punch a rose bush. as you find that the thorns that it's kind of used on itself appear to go all throughout its body.
And I'll shoot it.
Alright.
That is a modified 20.
Hits.
Oh, that would be great if it
5
was
damage.
that one and hit me.
Alright. Alright, that's all you guys?
I'm getting other than the druid.
Oh,
I'm guessing. it's
yeah.
like
Sprout,
safe
what are you
to
doing?
Watching.
Yeah. I'm debating which side to help at this point. You're attacking plant creatures. My name is Sprout.
I tried to contain one, but
He attacked us first.
You're coming
Technically,
out
you
with fire.
voted them.
The other 5 feet of the hedge engulfs itself in flame. You see a little bit of a taller Vegapygmy kind of stroll out into the courtyard with 2 other Vegapygmies. Everyone roll me a... What's the knowledge lore in 5th edition? Knowledge world. History, there we go.
Yeah.
Roll me history all.
I'm unconscious.
Nat 20.
Alright.
10.
20.
Nat 2 nat 20s, okay.
Hmm.
Both of you would know that, well... Then what was yours, Tyler?
10.
10. So the 2 of you who nat 20, because of 15 plus, will know that Vegapygmy tribes are typically extremely small. This is likely the remainder of the tribe. A chief and 2 other Vegapygmies kind of get out and start taking a what's going on assessment. And you would know this from lores whenever they would be mentioned in books or history books. Likely you when you're like hunting things. Oh, Vegapygmies, they went extinct. Ironically, the scariest thing is probably Fido.
Yeah, it
Is
says
he still up, by
damage.
the way?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Fido is not sapped yet. He
I've
can't be bloodied because he's a plant, so he's
Yeah.
not sapped yet.
I've seen pictures of that thing. It's interesting.
Fido's fun. I like Fido. Picture of Fido.
Oh.
Vegapygmy and Fido.
Okay.
Letting chat see.
I was kind of thinking of the pygmies as like Koroks from Zelda.
He just like gets up and walks away from the table.
Alright, so that was their action. They came out. Party actions.
Unconscious.
Yep.
Moving into flank with Gojira on Fido
Okay,
and attack.
go for it. You have advantage.
Glad I had advantage. 11.
Misses.
Okay.
I will do an attack on
Alright, you have advantage.
that. 20.
Hits.
5.
Alright, take 2 points of damage
Punching a rose bush.
from punching a rose bush.
Is he sapped now?
Yes.
You down?
Yep, I'm down.
Alright, he punches a rose bush. The rose bush just kind of runs up his arm and just pins him down. As Fido the rose bush is... He's getting feisty. He's not too happy with this.
Fido's a TPK.
Alright. What are you doing?
Shooting Fido.
Alright.
It's my boy.
That is a 23 to hit.
Hits.
5 damage.
Alright. Sprout.
I'll go over and try to get this one back up.
Alright. What are you doing?
The healing salve.
Alright. Go ahead and apply it.
That's 4 health.
Oh, sweet.
Alrighty.
And then I'm not sure where everybody's at, but at that point I'll be backing up whatever I can just to
Okay.
get away from everything.
You're going to be able to step back like 5 or 10 feet. Most of your movement would have been used because you had to come close the entire distance.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. I'll go ahead and give you an action because you were raised this round.
All right.
You see Fido next to you. Your monk unconscious. He's fighting it.
All right. Is he next to Fido too?
No, he would have stepped back. However, you can gain flanking because, well, Fido took down the monk, who was flanking.
Good. I'm gonna rapier him.
All right.
So that's with advantage, right?
Yep, you have flanking, which is advantage.
17
hits.
All right. So since that's advantage, the G6 is sneak attack. That is 11 damage.
With a quick
Nice.
thrust and flick, the bulk of Fido's body is separated from the remainder of Fido's body. The Fido rosebush is no longer attacking. It is dead.
Finally.
With a shout and a charge, the other Vegapygmies move to close. One attacking each of one of the smaller ones attacking each of the melees. What is the rogue's AC?
14.
Hit. 4 damage. Exactly 4 damage.
I'm down.
So Vegapygmy, you kind of just hear, a baby Groot jumps, launches, impacts, pins.
Oh, I'm getting flashbacks from your Waterdeep campaign.
The other one is closing with, what is your AC, Tyler?
Using a luck point.
Misses.
Okay.
You still use it,
Yeah.
but misses.
You can make it that 20.
And give it to your opponent.
Forget it. Okay.
The Vegapygmy chief charging in. You're already down. You're down. That's gonna mean he's after Tyler as well.
Level 1.
Misses.
Okay.
Apparently they're too challenging for us.
So I'm fighting the two pygmy, regular pygmies. He's fighting big pygmy.
Going up
Or...
against-
You were fighting a big pygmy and a regular pygmy. He was fighting a regular pygmy, and then the regular pygmy knocked him down. And she's in the back providing artillery support.
Need more artillery support.
All right.
She's been knocking it out every single shot.
All right.
I don't think she's.
Fish, go ahead and go. Which one are you targeting?
None.
Let's see.
I don't think Fish has missed yet.
I'll do the little one that's on him.
All right, go ahead and roll a hit.
I guess I swear to God, we get wiped by pygmies.
You are literally being murdered by vegetables. This is true.
50 years later, another ship.
18 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah, about
max
50
damage,
years
so
ago,
it's
we
9 damage.
got these
Drops it.
guys,
Regular pygmies.
decent
Dropped
fighters.
one
No,
of
they
the
died
lesser
to double
pygmy fighting you.
lance.
Sweet.
All right, you're up.
I am going to attack the big pygmy, I guess.
All right.
I will also be using another luck point.
Okay. So go ahead and roll twice. Take the highest.
You're using a 7. So it's going to come out to a 11 again.
Misses.
Okay.
Hey, Seth.
Mhm.
I gotta be at 1:30. The only thing my sheet
Oh, we
had
were
for-
gonna call it at 10. How about this? We will pick up on the Vegapygmy battle and the conclusion next session.
Okay.
Leave it on a cliffhanger.
Next
do we
time.
die or do we
Because, well,
actually-
here's the thing. He's got to head out as well, and
Yeah.
we're going to start, at that point, we're down to 3 people.
Coincidentally, the only ones that are up are the still ones still capable.
True, but he's going to be bringing them up with salves. That's why.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
I swear to God, if you betrayed us with the goddamn pygmies that attacked
Now,
us.
I'll have you guys
all the
know.
time.
Kills all and you become enemy leader. Or rather, he'll kill all of you, I'll run away, and you become the new leader.
The
Probably.
chat has been saying enslave the pygmies, kill the elf, and then they were rooting for the pygmies because they like Fido. And then Fido was dead, so
See,
then they
yeah,
wanted you guys to
see?
die.
You with me?
We have 100 people that are counting on us to take this fortress, and you are hemming and hawing.
I don't really consider genocide to be.
Gilrain was rooting. They did mention genocide, except they wanted you to.
Is chat still going? By the
Oh,
way?
they're still going. They can hear everything.
I used to do a Warhammer 40k RPG. We fought pygmies and we burnt their entire forest down, and I got to murder the last one that was on my shoulder by backhanding it with my fist and making it explode. So I am used to pygmy genocide.
Yes.
I even got a title for it.